Good morning. On this bright, beautiful morning, are we ready to do some more embracing the dark side? Let's give it a go. Another journal from January 27th, 2010, the 7th of the day, which was 11 Alligator or Crocodile on the Mayan calendar. Embracing the dark side, G. We need it. I guess it's about time I looked up the 11 Alligator Crocodile Mayan energy for this day, since it seems to be so very prolific, at least for this flow for journals. Ah, yes, it makes perfect sense, but I won't bore you with it. If you have an interest in it, I will say one thing, then refer you to the great work of Carl Calleman on the Mayan calendars. The one thing is that we have an entirely wrong definition of even what a calendar is, what its potential is, and studying the Mayans' work will correct that. Our Gregorian calendar, for which literally millions of people were killed when they would not abandon their native ways, is strictly mechanistic and very limiting to consciousness. That may make no sense now, but you will quickly see at the Mayan Magic's website, in any one of the free videos there, what is meant. It is terribly mind-expanding and concept-busting. Links in the transcript. There. I guess I said more than one thing, but wait, I forgot the main thing I meant to say, which is that with their calendar system, they were able to actually connect with and explicate the actual energy flow of creation or cosmos or divinity or whatever we call it. The Mayan day, as defined by the number and the sun sign, such as alligator or crocodile, will help tune you in to the day's actual frequency, vibration, or energy. It is challenging to explain, so I will leave it. I will go with the flow here and see where that leads. Whether it will pick back up on our exploration, our initial foray into darkness. Ah, yes, that current is still present, so here we go. Remember now, the higher vision we started with, where we rose up quite out of duality and polarity vision, hovering above it and looking back down at it. We saw how both sides of any duality are actually complementary. They are but reflections of one another, mirror images, equal parts of the whole. From this vantage point, we saw how it is not possible to have a coin with only heads, water that is only hot, weather that is only cold, or life that is only light or dark. The whole is comprised of both polarities in every case. They are the divine counterparts. Both are equally necessary to reality, as it is manifest in the 3D realm. Thus, for those of us not too frightened of the perspective, we were able to see the actual need for the dark side. We saw how nothing could exist in this realm without it. The adventurous ones among us may have even begun to intuit that there was a certain beauty to it, a certain loveliness. Still, this aspect is not at all necessary to see right now, nor ever. I just mention it to say right on to those who saw or intuited it. As we continue our journey into darkness, let us remember to touch bases now and then with this original vision. You may even want to go back and play the first in this series again for a refresher. Our vision is always our guide in every instance. If what we are creating in our personal world is not to our liking, then I say, look to your vision and clarify that first. The clarification of your world will naturally follow. The other thing to remember, of course, is to stay in heart, to keep centering there, for that is where the message, the light, lies. I am not telling anyone anything they do not already know. We all know this stuff, but we have forgotten, most of us, for a very, very long time. Now is the time to remember. That's all. We are all coming back into the ancient knowledge, into our own knowledge. All knowledge is made available unto us in the kingdom of heart. No, we cannot go in there determined to find and take it on some adventure mission to claim a great prize. That sort of thought is just more of mind's musings, mind trying to piece together just what the heck is happening, what is going on with all this heart stuff. It doesn't make sense to mind, but that's okay. Mind will cope. Just let it be and keep coming back to center, to heart. Okay, we have seen how there is an actual need for darkness in our world. How would it be if the sun was always shining? We would never see the stars. Half of our world and more would go missing in the presence of endless light. Then, too, if we amped that light up, increased it sufficiently in intensity, we wouldn't be able to see anything. Everything would simply disappear into the brightness. All we would see would be light, with nothing appearing in it. What sort of world would that be to live in? Do you see how such a life makes no sense, is impossible even? So, we required the darkness. That is a bone, a tidbit for mind that it can make sense of. To move on, now let us consider how the darkness is woven into everything. Everything appears in shades of darkness and light. Look at the trunk of a tree against the background of the sky that appears around it. You see both because we have both, the partnership of darkness and light. The same goes for all the colors, all the luster and shades of our beautiful 3D world and realm. Darkness and light, tightly knit and woven together, comprises everything. So, now we have accepted the darkness a little deeper into our psyche. We see that not only is there a need for it, but that it is no mere adjunct, but rather an inherent, a deeply built-in part of life and living. The darkness is more than just necessary. It's a part of all that is, of the entire material creation. So far, so good. How would it be if I said, so far, so bad? What would you think of that? Ah, by that I see we have not quite yet incorporated the vision of the usefulness of darkness into our world. More yet needs to be done. Remember now, no fear. There is no boogeyman that is going to come out and get you just because you think a creative thought, entertain an out-of-the-box idea. Well, okay, I grant you that this is distinctly out of the box, not just slightly, but that's okay too. It's just a matter of degree. Still, anytime there is even a slight vibration of fear, that is a clear indicator that someone is in the mind, not sufficiently surrendered into heart space. Word to the wise. This is food enough for thought for now. So, I'll catch you later. Same bat time, same bat channel. Good day.